Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's Joran Oppold here, founder of Illustrious, and I am here to talk about whether coaching is good for you. I don't know. What do you think? I'm broadcasting to Amplified, my Facebook group. I'm broadcasting to LinkedIn. I'm broadcasting to my YouTube. And I'd love if you are watching to leave some comments, even if you're watching the replay. I'm starting this program, third annual coaching program. I've seen a lot of really great results in the Amplified Group Coaching Program, and this will be the third time we do it, and I'm excited. We're going to start it in February, and if you are on the fence at all, there is a discount that ends today. There's still time to enroll. If you're on the fence and don't know, I don't know about coaching, or I don't know the coach would benefit me. I think I'm fine the way I am, but there's a sneaking suspicion that I'm not quite the leader, that I am wanting to be. Maybe we should chat. I've coached a lot of people, and I can tell you if coaching would be a good fit, or maybe like a therapist would be better, or maybe some kind of belonging to a group would be a better fit. Is going to meetings or networking, or finding mentorship somewhere, or sponsorship within your organization. Maybe that would be a better fit, just depending on what your needs are. So if you're on the fence or just have questions about the coaching process or coach client relationship, hit me up. Let me know. We can chat. We'll be launching next month, and last couple of years have gotten some really amazing, tends to be small business owners in this group. I don't know why. In the consulting work that we do in the business, we usually work with larger enterprise organizations, and I would love for some of those CEOs and chiefs of staff and COOs and L&D product people, sales directors, whatever, to join me in the coaching group. I think it would be really beneficial for them, and the door is open to them. It's just historically has been small business owners who are kind of at a crossroads, and maybe need a little coaching on business systems, or maybe need a little coaching on scaling the team. They're just kind of at a stage where they need to kind of take the leap, and they kind of don't know how to do that, how to lead a team for the first time. So it's been small business owners in the past, and it's kind of open to everybody. Program's great. We get in a room once a week on Zoom, I should say. We get on Zoom once a week, and we do some peer coaching, some spot coaching, and we get to talk about the challenges that we're experiencing in the business, and just hearing how other people think, and how other people problem solve, and how other people see the world, and how other people think about challenges. Just being in the room in a coaching environment can itself be transformative. So I can tell you that there's value in that. But in addition to that, you get the one-on-one calls with me for executive coaching, with Jen for operations or business systems coaching, and access to all the books and mural templates and courses and all of that stuff too. So if you're interested in any of that, hit me up. I'm excited to launch this for the third time, because there are results that I see now in the world, of from people who have been in the program, and who are just really, they're just exciting to watch. Some of the people that I've coached in the past, they get they kind of show up in the world with a lot of clarity and confidence, and that's always fun to see. And I remember it wasn't always that way. It's kind of an honor to be on a path with somebody when they're in a time of challenge or crisis, or at a crossroads, and to kind of just be there and hold space, and be there with them through that journey. But the coaching kind of, the most important part of coaching, I think, when you hire a coach is that moment of saying yes to yourself, because that's what you're doing. You're not like saying yes to buying a thing or paying for a service, which you are, but you're also in that moment saying, yeah, you know what? I am going to show up in a more accountable way. I am going to show up in a way that is focused on results. I am going to show up in a way that makes me a better leader. Like it's almost like a switch gets flipped. And so it's fun to be a part of that process. And coaching is kind of a first love for me. I do a lot of facilitation. I've done graphic recording and graphic facilitation. I do a lot of experience design and custom, group collaboration. And I do a lot of the kind of high level strategic consulting and organizational consulting for businesses that are needing to execute or operationalize a strategic plan, or get clear on their goals and get the entire organization or team headed in the same direction. That's like the majority of the work, but it's like there's this coaching piece too, and it is really so near and dear to my heart. I started out, it was years ago now, 10 years ago, that I started out doing like just life coaching. We would do walk and talk coaching. This was when I was in Florida. We would walk around the lake, and I had this method that we would walk next to each other, but when somebody would come toward us, someone or something would come toward us, I would ask that the client just keep going straight, and then I would drop behind and then come back alongside so that they didn't deviate from their path. And that them not deviating from their path was a conscious coaching method. That was a way to get them to stay walking the straight line, stay on the path toward wherever they were headed. And that I would be the one to respond, to react, to maneuver, and to adapt and make changes. And they could just stay the course. And so that, as this kind of subtle reinforcement in the relationship, was always a really cool thing to enforce, because people would want to get off the side. You see a bicycle coming at you and they'd want to like just naturally like get off the sidewalk. And I'd say, no, stay your course. Like there's room for both. I'm going to come behind you single file. And just getting people to kind of work that muscle of like, putting their chest out and like staying focused on where they're headed. Just that embodiment, that level of somatic or embodiment work that we were doing in those coaching sessions was really, really cool to see. And not only that, but then, these were clients who were like, they needed creativity coaching or purpose coaching or accountability coaching. They were just, trying to figure out what they were doing next and what to prioritize. And, it was just a lot of clearing the fog, and I just kind of saw their, like I say, the white hot potential in their heart, of where they were headed, where they wanted to head, and what they could be, and kept that light on like a lighthouse for them, and kind of cleared that fog away. And so that initial coaching work that I did around the lake was really formative for me. And it's like now, 10 years later, I'm coaching, executives in big tech and finance organizations. And there was a little bit of imposter syndrome for me to make that leap. I was like, I don't know, like this person's running a 300 person company and who am I? But, then I get in the room with them and we start talking about, whatever it is, homeschooling our kids or whatever favorite band we have at the time, and it's, I just realized these are people, people trying to show up as the best human they can be, and sometimes there's not even problems to solve. It's like they're doing great at their job. They just want to figure out now how to give back, either to the organization or to society, So a lot of that early kind of life and purpose coaching has been really great to have in my back pocket. So anyway, I can tell you more about my coaching journey, but maybe that's for another time. I'll wrap this up, and just to say, we're launching And if you want that group accountability, if you find yourself at that crossroads, if you're wondering if you're the right leader for the job, or if your team is not performing the way it is, like everybody says they're too busy and they're not getting work done, like let's take a minute and talk about what's happening in the business and figure out what levers we can pull, and figure out what kind of results you need, and if coaching is even a good fit for you. It may not be, I don't know. But if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. If you're in the Facebook group, drop a comment. If you're on LinkedIn, drop a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, drop a comment or a question. I'd love to respond to them. And just as a reminder, we're launching next month, and hoping to get a couple more people in the group. And if you're on the fence about it, there is, like I said, a discount. It ends today. If you reach out to me, I'd gladly just extend, just to have you in. But if you're at all on the fence about needing a coach right now, just reach out. If you think I'd be a good fit for you, we can chat. Maybe you know me and you're like, oh my God, yeah, I totally want Jordan to be my coach. Reach out. Let's talk about what that would look like. If you don't really know me and you've maybe just kind of seen my content or whatever, and you want to get to know me better, reach out. Let's chat. I may or may not be a good fit for you. I don't know, but let's talk about it. I'd love to learn what you're experiencing and what your needs really are, what you think your needs really are. So anyway, like I said, for anybody entering here at the end of January, I gladly extend that discount. I'll make sure to put the link to the program here in the description. Leave your comments and questions below. Look forward to talking to any of you who have questions about either coaching in general or the program we're launching in February. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. Have an amazing weekend. Happy Friday. Bye, y'all.